Hello again, everybody. We're going to be reading from the comic book Grifter again, DC Grifter. This one is called Black Canary and John Constantine and Not So Silent Night. Kids these days, I swear, they give me a last nerve at workout. Children of the organically sourced corn, they are wet, bright eyes, scanning the room cavernously for someone draft enough to have an opinion. Stole a resolution, sole purpose, but rather than giving the world what for, we got some hideous else world where vigilante justice exists solely in meme form. All the Agnes, but no sense of relief. Take this last Dina Lace, the Black Canary. Like Karen O. and Mother Teresa shamefully have road defied nature and cooked up in error. Once upon a time, teenage Jono was consumed with eerie and woe by her type, pesky wing-bearing dreamer held aloft by Negative. But what sounded like birdsong to that little pounce just stokes the aggression goblin lurking within. That said, I ain't cold-hearted enough to turn down Deanna's offer, and who wouldn't want a stage-side view of this train wreck? Dark side. Seed. Wasting licks on this emoist Gen Z complaint. Rock is just a kind of exercise in charity and scorn. I'm known for emotionally playing second fiddle to the world's smallest violin. My lot gave you sonic bleeding youth. Hers 12 Zoolanders named Justin, plus the cause is noble. Dark seed. Deanna believes forming a spladass methane rock and rolled supergroup could cure the sound bass epidemic that's infected our planet. A weaponized mind plague that's robbed humanity of speech, save the use of one word. Haven't banged up my sixth stranger since Mocha's membranes staged Great Britain stages with our heinous emotions, nor have I longed for it. Dark sea, psst. But I have indeed penned for the great British rock tradition of talking shit to your own bandmates. Even when my robust disastrous is limited to repeating the name of some weird alien fascist with various passive-aggressive inflections, the source of the epidemic, Dark Seed. The whole Dark Seed thing is a damn shame because this group DNA threw together. Bloomy just beginning to wallop with snark. Black Canary and John Constantine and Not So Silent Night. Our sad lot is so mismatched we make the funny Jala look like madmen. In fact, just as wise, our collective credibility makes United look like the bleeding society. Normally quite static Cyborg and his probable jitters prove we all know nobody's gonna give a toss. We ain't disrupted nothing. Not even with the TV on the radio style avant-garde noises. He's prepared to slaughter all over our arrangements. You know what I say? Never trust a jock to understand indie rock. Vibe ain't a drummer, he's a DJ, which would be brilliant if we were aiming for gorillas. But the world needs a song too to end this vocal catastrophe. As for Dina, our singer, and for now bassist, because anyone can play bass and who cares. She's been anyone's and She beat anyone MVP to hollow this crisis to a standstill. The only mall punk diva with a Hungarian fan base earth singing superhero, replete with a fantasy like wail that makes Steven Tyler come off like Raphael. But her ability to take it to 11 may not be enough. Not since Menopausa International terrorist Granny Goddess hijacked a fleet of low orbit satellites and repurposed them to shower the Earth with speech controlling alpha rays, which is our job to undo, because that is a sensible workday for a grown human adult. I ain't an expert on the whole forbidden planet end of the super spectrum, changed to as I lurk somewhat exclusively in the spooky, swampy Cali wing. But I'm aware that Granny hails from a planet, from a pleasant hamlet where free will is outlawed. Her only purpose is to spread the will of its lord, the terrible being known as, don't make me say it again. Granny figured that the double prone crowd's punch of crippling humanity and recruiting a planet-sized flock of unwilling cheerleaders would leave Dark Seed possibly giddy. See as with any god evoking dark side, Dark Seed's name kind of tunes you to his vibration. His his unfortunately for us, brings with a chronic dose of all encompassing depression and heart-southering despondency. Whether to soften us up for invasion or simple revenge against the meek netherals who so often muck up his plans, Granny has succeeded in locking up even the staunchest of human wills. Dark Seed. Our government, who's doing at this point, are mostly compound to old men's grabbings have chased the function. Dark Seed, Dark Seed, Dark Seed, Dark Seed, Dark Seed. You got a problem when even the bat comes off as ineffectively monster-balic. Dark Seed. Dark Seed. You think all our twittering and talking about would supplement the need for all use of a tongue, but it turns out at the end of the day, silence is anything but golden when it's kind of all you got. Dark Seed. Dark Seed. I can only imagine Deanna's initial reaction. There's the guilty thrill one of us gets when the world's safety hinges on our particular flavor. It almost redeems chuckling away normality to engage in an endless John who ballad with writers like the Rainbow Raider. All I can offer that lass in her bleeding heart is Geezer's best, accepting the call to action just to dampen the seductive croon of hopeless morality. Abandon hope, all ye who dark see. The end of Lance. Unsathed with membrane, out chaos magic could birth riots with each cell kiss sperm. 4 chords on my best day, but magic was on my side. In order to lance my sounds with spells, I simply greedy from elder who goes gods who fashion the human belief that the crudest art can solve souls. Now, art is a mite less enchanting within the context of Gig Joe drummering along the beat of Jonas' generation. Dark Seed, Dark Seed, Dark Seed, Dark Seed. Seed, 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 dark, seed, 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 dark, dark seed, na 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 na, dark seed. Me, how this adorable little show of faith already crumbling into baby shambles like shambles. I've gone all Goosebumpy with the lane chills. 35 seconds, 40. Oh Lord, I hear it comes. I know that look. Dark seed. Hard making good impression at your first gig. It ain't your crowd. It ain't your crowd, and finding one to spare some mercy is a rare miracle indeed. Now try with a club full of cranky millennials, robbed of their ability to constantly whine and left with the sole option of hurling physical items at their, which annoys them. I ain't the most popular of gents crisscrossing that cannot. That is our opera of in fine herbs. I've weathered a decent amount of backlash. That said, this is a brutal, really quite brutal. I feel for Deanna. Not every rock goddess holds on to her halo, but the bitter pitchfork within remains against. Doesn't she know how terrible we are? But then somehow I feel it. Dancing across the nerves of my spirit stronger than ever. It's been in ever. Dark seed. She ain't annoying the living hell out of these primitive fogies to feel better than them. She's doing it because she knows it's the right thing to do. My Earth was musically dependent solely on one Hackeye signal that occasionally fired in my favor, but for her sake I'll take my chances and consume with the gods of punk. Constantine, there's a boggin stench I never thought I'd have the displeasure of inhaling again. Did you stuff your face with something you shouldn't again and forgot the high ends for traumatizing wizards, or are you in here for your annual Nausicaa fix? You seek to weep on collection's shoulder before you wake up vomiting and deny that we even exist. Nah, I'm actually here for a blessing like old times. The gig is going to hell in a handbasket. We're leaking mojo, and the stakes are innocent lives. I'd say consistently tend to be when I involve myself in charity. Mother of mercy, how did we manage survive 10 years in these Levi's? John, you had made an ABBA playlist the other day. We're quite aware you've outgrown us. Our Dorothy grew weary of all the typecasting. We must remember Robin Williams' pan that our assassins can only grace the lips of a true rebel. It ain't for me, good king. I'm a young lady in mine. She's a bit mad and she's undermined, and I know that's enough to merit your time. Like a certain pubscent whose poisoned tongue you once set a filter with infernal libitos. Are you still sure so weird with great power, with appropriate irresponsibility? Bet you're wholly behind on O legendary Lord of Punks. Then blessedly assured she shall be wakened and strum the forbidden chord. Remember, constantly the only way for a punk to age gracefully. Graham is to the left, right is to the right young unfossil him. Dark seed, dark seed, our sentence is up. Okay. They call it a Reuben. I call it the only thing worth a damn in them whole. Our sentence. Catchy, ain't it? Always translates cause you were once young and I was young. We both know we were smarter before we stage fright whistled on us down. The great big power jerk wanted the world to give up. Well, I'm giving up. Indeed, I'm giving up my spot. Do you feel all those fearsome brats just because now Robin wields the bat? That all of us surrendered because you gave up when you were young? I did. But I've learned my lesson now. You're next, old boy. And Dark Seed. That was a very weird comic book. That was very weird. Like, comment, and subscribe. That was a very weird. That was not very good. Read by me at all. Oh boy, I am so sorry. But like, comment, and subscribe. This is how embarrassing that was. I gotta hide my face. Gotta hide my face. Gotta hide my face. Gotta hide my face.
I was starting to worry about you guys. It's been gone a long time.
Al, you should have worried. Jackie almost killed us. Oh, she was just showing us how
I'm
well
sorry.
we
That was